Hi, my name is Olabodipo, and in this video, we're talking about books that you can read that will change your life. Books that you need to read that will change your life. Actually, I've read these books, and I think it will be nice for me to share these books with you guys. The first book that we'll be talking about is The Power of Self-Discipline. The Power of Self-Discipline. It was written by Brian Tracy. The Power of Self-Discipline. This book explained how you can be self-disciplined, how you can discipline yourself to achieve some things, how you can say no to excuse. Some people are very used to giving themselves different excuses to anything that happens in their life. If they ask them, why didn't you do this? They'll come up with one excuse. It's because of this. Why can't you do this? It's because of this. So this book will teach you how to say no to excuse and how to discipline yourself to achieve what you want. The second book I'll be introducing to you guys is The Richest Man in Babylon. This book is very, very funny. And then, in fact, the way it was written, although when I was reading it, I was bored along the line because of the way it was written. These the King James version, thou art taketh in this. So I didn't really like that, but the content in this book, man, there was a man in this book. He was the richest man in Babylon. Babylon was a city at that time. I don't know about now. So this man, he said something. He said, so far I am rich, then it shows that I can teach people how to be rich. So far they can't teach you how to be rich in school. So it's something you can learn from people. If you move closer to those that are rich and they teach you steps that they took to be rich, then probably you can be rich too. It says something that 10% of the amount you make, 10% of any amount you make is yours to keep. So let's say that you are making like 200,000 a month. So 10% of that 200,000 is yours to keep, not to spend. Yours to keep. So you'll be keeping like 20,000 every month, and you save this for a year. So after saving this for a year, then what else? He said, use this money to invest in something. Then the following year, start saving again. 10% of that money is yours to keep. So you can just follow this process. He said, one day, then you'll be rich. So just read this book, and you will enjoy it. The next book I'm going to introduce to you guys is The Millionaire Next Door. Man, this book, oh God, this book will teach you how to manage your money. The author of this book, you know what they did? They they interviewed like more than hundreds of millionaires. So they asked them questions how they made their money, steps they took to get that money, how they were able to manage that money, So this book will teach you how to manage your money. There are some people that they are earning like a lot. Some are earning good money, but at the end of the month, ask them, where is that money? How did you spend this money? They'll just be like, well, this country is just hard, everything is expensive. They won't be able to account for how they spend that money. So this book will teach you how to save your money, to handle your money. Everything about money is in this book. The next book I'll be talking about was written by Scott Anderson. I really like this book. The title is Think Like a Billionaire and Become a Billionaire. Just imagine, think like a billionaire and become a billionaire. So if I start thinking like Dangote now, then one day I'll become Dangote. Yeah, actually, with the content inside, in fact, I really, really love this book. The author, he first of all change our mindset, change the way we think, especially how we see money. In this part of the world, we think that poverty is spiritual. Like if you are poor, then it shows that you are closer to God. Yeah, you are God's favorite because because you are poor. No, he said, okay. For example, he gave one example. He said, imagine I I have a child, and I taught my child how to cook, and I even showed him like, okay, this is where I keep my foodstuffs. So meaning that whenever you are hungry, then just go there, cook and eat, instead of you to be coming to me and be disturbing me. That's what we do, especially in Africa. When we don't have money, what we do is to go, like, we pray. Prayer is very good. I'm not saying it's not good, but when you base your mentality on prayer alone, you won't make it. I'm serious. You won't make it until you start taking action. God has given us everything. I told someone that, okay, why did God uh uh give us our brain? Yeah, he said to think, to remember things. Oh, I said, okay, so if God gave us brain to think, then it shows that instead of us to be disturbing him every time, then he expects you to use that brain for some things. If you see a man be disturbing God, God, I need this, Lord, they'll just be like, okay, I want to be a millionaire next, be raising up his hand. And if you check that man is lazy. He doesn't do anything. And you expect him to be rich? No. So read this book. These are, they think like a billionaire, become a billionaire. If you read this book, I'm telling you, your mindset, the way you think, even the way you talk among people will change. And the last book I'm going to introduce to you guys is very, very important too. Very important. If you have not read this book, I'm telling you now, please just get a copy and read it. This book was written by Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, Robert Kiyosaki. And it is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This was the very first book I read. Very first book I read. And I didn't regret reading this book. I really love this book. I really, really love it. He talked about one rich dad and one poor dad. How that rich man, the rich dad, came up with all those money, and the poor dad, what made him to be that poor, even though he was an educated man, yet he was poor. If you read this book, you will have all the informations, the step to take, so that you will be thinking and you'll be acting like a rich dad. You have the mindset, the knowledge that the rich dad had, which eventually made him rich. You have it too. So start reading today. This is year 2022. Start reading today. Stop wasting your time on irrelevant things. If it is one book you will read for a month, it is okay. It shows that in a year you would have read like 12 books. So start reading books. If you are reading books, you will get more information. You get more information. If you want to start a business, then go to a bookshop, then get books on business. It will increase your knowledge. It will give you more information on what you need to do. I don't like reading books before, but I watched one, I think one movie like that. So he said, if you want to keep something away from Africans, just write it in a book. They will never read it. I was like, wow. So you've studied us like we don't like reading, really? So I said, I will start reading. I will. And I started reading, and now believe me, I'm addicted to it, and that's a good addiction. So start reading now. Start reading. You get more information. The way you think will be different. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel in order to get more videos when I drop any. And if you have any question, please drop it in the comment section below. I will attend to everything. I will attend to everything. So my name is Olabodepo. See you in the next video.